Hello my dear friend, welcome back to my channel. This is Junni's Plan With Me. If you're new here, welcome, and if you just got into Pop-Up Bullet Journal, it's never too late. I've set up a simple Pop-Up Mechanic Magic theme cover page for the 2021 yearly setup, a cozy scene in front of the fireplace for January cozy home theme, and a rose bouquet for February Valentine's Day theme in my past videos, which I'll leave links in the description down below if you want to find more inspiration. As for March, I choose coffee as a theme. I know you've probably seen it usually as a theme in fall or winter to have a cozy, warm vibe, but I decided to do it here because for some reason the spring in California is really late this year, and I really appreciate a cup of hot coffee in the morning to warm myself up. Plus, I know a lot of you are still surrounded by snow right now, but of course, if you live in summer at this point, I'll also include some iced coffee drinks in the later spreads. And without further ado, let's start today's Pop-Up BUJO journey. First of all, I want to quickly introduce my BUJO Kit. There are 3 pages of coffee stickers, 1 washi tape, 1 March title page, 1 Days in Week, 1 subtitle page, and 1 mini calendar page. You can find them in my Etsy shop as digital download, and I hope they can make your BUJO journey easier and more fun. Now let's talk about the coffee cup pop-up pieces. Here I made a guideline version ahead of time so I can show you better. The first one is the base plate under the cup. Smaller circle radius is 3.5 cm and the bigger one is 8 cm using the same circle center. Find 15 degree and cut the part away, but leave some edges for gluing later. Here I'm going to use the slash line to highlight the glue section to make it more clear. The 2 extra gluing pieces in the center circle are symmetrical, and the middle line will be used as folding line later. The second piece is the cup's top or the drink's top, just a simple circle with 5 cm radius, or smaller if you want the coffee surface to be lower, which I'll explain later. Also draw the center folding line and add 2 symmetrical little ones on 2 sides. Then use the center as the end of the right up corner, draw out a rectangle. Here what I use is 0.8 by 0.5 cm, but it could vary based on the next piece we're going to draw. Of course, if you want a simple version, you can ignore this part. So the next is the hot air coming out from the coffee. I'm not sure how to call it, let's just name it coffee smoke for now. The bottom is a rectangle 2 by 4.5 cm with extra glue section on the top, divided by the folding line, and each side is 2.5 and 2 cm. The space I leave for the coffee smoke is 0.7 cm. You can draw the rest based on how you like it, but here I made it about 6.5 cm high just as a reference for you. Then for the cup body part, these 2 pieces are actually the same. Due to the size of my paper, I separated so you can also put them together if you're using a bigger paper. And here I'm drawing a small diagram to show you the dimension better. The inner curve is from the circle with 13.5 cm radius, and the outer circle is from the circle with 20 cm, and the total angle is 90 degrees, so here I separate them, then each one is 45 if that makes sense to you. So basically the fan size is 6.5 cm. Then also find a center point to draw out the glue section, but here we don't need to fold the center line later. The last one is the cup handle. You can draw the shape freely, just need to remember to have 2 glue sections at the ends, and also make sure the height is less than 6.5 cm. For example, I'm using 5.5 here. Okay, all the pieces are done, and I also made a color version which is available in my Etsy shop. Speaking of which, I'm considering to get a Cricut machine in the near future, so hopefully I can start a real sticker and pop-up card business soon. As for the paper I'm using here, it's called matte, thicker than the regular printing paper. But I actually tried on this one and normal paper before filming, both work for this setup. After preparation, now let's work on the coffee smoke part. If you think it's too hard, you can skip this step and also remember not to cut the rectangle on the coffee surface either. So I insert the smoke through the hole I left on the coffee top, then glue the 2 extra pieces under it with the angle I'm showing you here. Also remember to open it to make sure that it can pop out with no problem. And if the connection part is too weak, you can also add another layer to support it. The second part is the cup main body. If you have both pieces together, that would be great, or you can glue them together like what I'm doing here and then fold it, glue the other end too. The next is to glue the cup handles on it. By the way, if your cup handle is white color or if you're using double-sided color paper, you can just use 1 piece instead of 2. You can actually cut a little bit on the folding line and insert the handle part in, but here I just decided to glue it on the outside to make it easier. The next one is really simple, just need to glue the 2 ends together to make it look like a plate. Before moving to the base notebook, let's put the plate and cup together first. As for the coffee surface part, you can glue it on now, but if you use a smaller dimension, then it's better to place it after the cup is installed and widely open, which I'll show you later. When you glue it on the base, make sure the inner points of the plate circle locates right on the binding line. Then for the coffee surface, check where you want it to be, then glue it on. Of course, it's easier to glue before going to the notebook, but in this way it could be more accurate. Okay, the coffee cup pop-up is pretty much done. Because the cup top part is wider than the bottom, it's hard to have perfect circle on the top, so there will be a little bit gap between the coffee and the cup. No worry, that's normal. Now let's move on to the rest of this cover page. I bought some old book style craft paper material a long time ago and never got to use it, but for this theme I think it could be a perfect fit. Too bad I couldn't find some text related to coffee within my collection, but I did find this cake and pudding recipe, so I guess it could work. I tear it apart and glue it to the right up corner and the left bottom corner. Then use my BUJO Kit title page to have March written down on the right down corner. Then for the rest setup, I'll be mainly using watercolor. I really want to add some coffee cup mark on the edge of this page, but it was already afternoon when I filmed this video, so I didn't want to make coffee just for this and waste the rest, so I decided to just use watercolor to place it. It turned out actually not too bad, but I also manually adding some to make it look better. Then on the left side, I also draw in some coffee beans, as well as the title surrounding area. It's pretty simple, just 2 random stroke with gap in between and then make sure there's some color difference to give it more 3-dimensional feeling. Then I also color a text bar so the overall is more balanced and fun. Before moving on to the next spread, I realized that I forgot to place the teaspoon on it. And as you can see, I struggle a lot while putting it on. Anyway, now the cover page is finally done and I hope my explanation is clear enough for you. If you have any questions, leave comments down below and let me know. The next spread is my monthly view, but on the top I decided to write down the special definition of coffee first, which is a dark brown magical substance that turns leave me alone into good morning honey. I found it online and I thought it was cute because I also make coffee for my husband every morning. Well, not every day, only if I get up before him. But when I show it to my husband, he's like, no, that's not true. I never say leave me alone to you. Under the definition, I'm going to do a traditional calendar style with 1 line representing a week and no vertical line for separating the days, so it looks more clean and neat. Then I use tumble brush pen number 969 for drawing 31 dots and write down Monday to Sunday plus my social media tracker. The next is postcard white marker for the dates. By the way, I'll leave all the information and links to the supplies I'm using in this video in the description box if you want to check it out. On the right up corner, as you can see the pencil guide, I'm going to draw a grinder and a cup of coffee. Again, I use watercolor for this part. It took me some time to draw all the details, but I'm pretty happy with how it turns out. If you've never used watercolor, I would definitely suggest you to give it a try. I know using watercolor in bullet journal could be a little bit extreme, but you'll have a full control of what color tone and what shades you want by mixing different colors and different amount of water. Of course, regular notebook may not be the best for beginners to play with because usually it absorbs water too quickly. So start with watercolor paper if you're new to this. But honestly, this journal I picked from Notebook Therapy for this year is actually working pretty well with watercolor. I still need to make it quicker compared to on the watercolor paper, but overall it's been a really decent experience on this notebook. If you're interested in applying watercolor in your bullet journal, try this notebook from Notebook Therapy, and also leave my affiliate link and 10% off coupon in the description. After the drawing, we have some leftover space on the right edge. You can use it either as monthly goal or some note. But here I decided to do a Dutch door since it's been a while since I made Dutch door on the monthly view page. Last time was in May last year when I did a black cat theme, and that's probably also when a lot of you first found out about me and this channel. Oh, by the way, that's also when I started my Patreon community where I offer digital spreads printable to my lovely patrons. As monthly subscription, you can join the pool to decide my future video contents, have access to every month's phone and iPad wallpaper, download all the spreads of each month's BUJO setup, and more bonus content. All the tiers start from $1 per month, and your support will mean a lot to me and this channel. So for the grinder and coffee cup part, I try to cut it right against the edge because I also have some design under it I want to combine with the front drawing. After rounding the corner, this page is done, and on the back of the Dutch door, I'll have habit tracker here using my sticker and mini calendars. This month, I'm not going to track sleep anymore and only focus on 4 habits. But if you decide not to do the Dutch door, you can still use the left space to make it fit your lifestyle better. On the right page, I have mood tracker, and as you may already saw the pencil guide, I'm going to draw 31 coffee beans to represent 31 days. I actually struggled a lot about this page design. Here are some other ideas if you want to try something different. It could be 31 different or same coffee cups with the coffee in it to be colored based on the mood every day, or maybe try drawing a big latte art from the top view and color in each pieces. Or you can just simply draw a few cups with different layers of ingredients and color in layer by layer every day. So yeah, here I draw a bag of coffee bean, and it'll be right behind the grinder and cup from the previous page, which you'll see shortly. But now let me finish the 31 coffee beans first. As for the legend, I pick a few brown tone color pen from my Crayola Super Tip collection and leave the last one empty. Then add in some bulk crafted material to match the cover page, and of course more coffee cup marks. I realized that only the paint on the actual edge of the cup can be inked on the paper, so I kinda wasted some pigment here, but it's okay, I have to manually add in a little bit anyway. So yeah, the monthly view and the Happy Plus mood tracker is done. Now let's move on to the next spread. For my brain dump, I'm going to draw a nice afternoon tea time or maybe a brunch scene where I imagine me and a few friends sit together and have a little bit chat, enjoy the sunshine. Which none of this is happening since we're still locked down during quarantine and it's been raining in my city, hard to see a super sunny day recently. But we gotta have hope, no matter where you are in the world, my friend, the COVID is getting over and I really hope you stay safe and have good mood. 2021 is a new start for everyone, even though I still can't believe 1/6 have been already gone. But anyway, maybe it's not a bad idea to have some coffee time by yourself. As for the drawing, I prepare a croissant, a piece of cherry cake, a cold coffee drink with cream on it, I know, high calorie but yummy, and a blueberry muffin. Feel free to draw the desserts you like on your journal. And if you're planning to recreate my spread or got inspired from any of the setup, remember to tag me on Instagram at JunniSunStudio, and I love to see your beautiful work. Now I'm adding more coffee beans as decoration and then use 005 fine liner pen to define the edge a little bit. And also don't forget to draw some shadows at the end. Then use the white marker again to add in some details and also place the title on it. After gluing the text material, I tried to use tumble brush pen to color the cup bottom edge to make the coffee mark, and obviously it didn't work how I wanted. It's okay, it's fine to be not perfect sometimes. Okay, now we're on the last page, weekly spread. Recently, I really like the layout of 2 weeks together, so here I'm going to plan 2 weeks again. The days in week sticker is from my BUJO Kit, and I don't know if you noticed, I made all 35 coffee marks different. So I separate the spread to up and bottom 2 parts for 2 weeks, and each day occupies 6 columns with 1 dot in between. Then for the middle part, I was planning to use watercolor to draw in more coffee, but then I saw the sticker I placed around the notebook as decoration. I decided to use them instead. So basically, I cut them into 2 parts and place against the 6 dot space line which I pre-draw. So if you're going to make this effect, just need to simply place washi tape on both sides and remove after drawing. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, even though the style doesn't really match the previous pages, but I think it's pretty cute. And the final step is apply some washi tapes in. Something magically make your spread more interesting. Okay, that's all I want to share with you today. I hope you find it helpful maybe for the coming fall or winter season, if not March. As I'm doing final flip through, I'd like to give a special thank you to my new Patreon members. Gina, Dennis, Rita, Hillary, Xixi, Vicky, Hessa, Sandra, Lisa, Antonia, Sarah, Jerry, and Tompai. Thank you so much for your support and love. It means a lot to me and this channel. If you follow me for a while, you know I also set up my husband's bullet journal every month. This year I'm doing a movie theme for him, and since March 8th is the International Women's Day, I wanted to do a girl power or women power theme. The final winner was already voted by my Patreon members, and I'm working on it right now. The Plan With Me video will come out next week, and I can't wait to share with you. At the end, if you like this video, please click like and consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell so you can receive notifications every time when I upload new videos. And I'll see you very soon in my next one. I hope you have an amazing March. Bye!